Sort of wrestling rumours involving yourself I'd like to ask about was regarding your return at WrestleMania 9. You came back to beat Yokozuna for the title. Rumour has it you were meant to go on to King of the Ring 93, and though you faced Yokozuna, it was originally scheduled you were going to face Bret Hart. What is the truth in this? Was that match ever meant to happen, or is this just a fabrication?
Well, all I know is what Vince told me, and I went in there and did the match at Mania because I was on my way out. I was getting ready to leave.
That's right, yeah.
And I told him, I said, hey, Vince, we can get one more pay-per-view out of this thing, if I beat Yoka for the belt and then come back on the next pay-per-view and drop it for him.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Bret Hart, got all upset and got in my face. And I said, brother, let's walk in and talk to Vince. Let's walk in and talk to Vince. And it was me, Bret Hart, and Vince there. And Bret said something about the match, and Vince said, no, Bret, that's what you thought you heard. And I said, fine, I'm good. And I mean, if it was supposed to happen, it's no big deal. I'll work with anybody, but I don't know what the big deal is about it,
Yeah.
And Bret's making such a big deal about it, then all of a sudden, that whole thing where Bret screwed Bret, all of a sudden, he's working for Vince, he don't want to do a job all of a sudden because it's Canada. The whole thing is screwy to me.
Yeah. I mean, one
all of a sudden it's real.
Yeah, I mean, one recurring kind of theme, we speak to a lot of different kind of wrestlers on the show, and there are kind of scenarios that came up where something happened, and then there's a rumour that another thing happened, and then but the common denominator always seems to be Vince. And I mean, having read a few books, like I recently read Bret's book, and Vince seems to have, it would appear that Vince kind of always sort of stirred the pot and always kind of let a bit of boiling go on amongst the wrestlers. Was that something that Vince liked to do? To try and drive a bit of competition between you guys backstage and things like that?
No, not at all. I mean, if you're reading a book that says that, that's a lie. That's not true at all. Vince went out of his way to keep the peace and to make sure everybody got along.
Right.
But, you also understand he's the boss, Yeah. If you're an actor in a movie, and you're in a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all of a sudden they say Arnold's going to shoot you with a gun, what are you going to say, no?
It's true. So
you're in the wrestling business, and you're working for Vince McMahon, and he asks you to do a job. You can't say no. That's your job. You're an actor, It's the match is predetermined. You know who's going to win or lose. He's the boss. So Hulk Hogan can't go, no, I'm not working with Bret Hart, or I'm not going to put Bret over. And Bret Hart can't say, it's Canada, and I'm not putting Shawn Michaels over. Vince McMahon's the boss. It's his company. He's the one paying you. So I don't understand this whole, it's real simple. Vince tells everybody what to do, and everything else you read is just a rumor.
Yep. Yeah.
Whatever happens out there is exactly